So friends, welcome to a new altcoin update video. Today we're talking about Bittensor Tau. Should this be a premiere on this channel that I'm taking a look at it here first? That's also because we're in an interesting area technically on the chart where even I'm considering buying a bit more or first to get in here. If you're interested in that too, definitely stick around until the end. But before we get started, feel free to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Feel free to leave a comment down below which other Bitcoin you wish for or how your Tau analysis is. And yes, if you want more updates, feel free to rejoin the free Telegram chat and Signal group. You can also find the links in the video description. If you want to buy Tau, you can do that at my partner exchange BingX. That way you support the channel and of course me as well. And right now there are some great bonuses for you to grab. Yes, Bittensor Tau has had an enormous run. If we take a look at the chart technically, like overall, did we have our low areas around $49? Very, very long. Then the hype started. Our first high was over $700 and now it's back over $700 US. We already have a market cap of 3.6 billion US dollars. That's definitely not a small amount anymore, but there's still potential for sure. Let's dive into the analysis. Right now we're trading at 444 US dollars. We are of course still miles away from our highs. Technically speaking, this correction that we've just had is damn necessary. If we take a look at it, damn necessary. If we take a look at this, we definitely had a bearish divergence with a higher high and all that, which fits, but also a lower high in the RSI, so that's a bearish divergence, not really bullish. So the correction is, for now, complete. The RSI is quickly heading down into the oversold area, but we haven't quite reached it yet. Still close. Right now we have, and that's what's interesting about it, the 200 SMA on a daily view as support. That's this purple line. We were now in this green box, which also represents the golden pocket of this upward movement from 218 to 746 US dollars. So right now we're actually in a very, very tangible zone. Plus we had a correction of 44%. So that's also a very, very strong correction for all the spot buyers here. That's what makes it so interesting. That's why I set my first buy zone starting at 422 US dollars. Pulled down here to 366 US dollars. Why 366? You can see it for yourselves here. This is that former support on one hand here at the beginning, and on the other hand also here, this resistance that we had over here, that means it would be very, very good to acquire it as an accumulation. In my opinion, otherwise, the next buy zone, which I honestly don't expect at the moment, would really only be if Bitcoin were to drop towards 74,000, if it were to drop to 236 US dollars down here, down 165 US dollars, and then that would really be the next step. And you can also see that here on CoinMarketCap, then really these lows at 94 US dollars. So those are my three DCA buy zones starting from 421 or 422 down to 368, then down to 235 and around 164 US dollars, and only then the 94 from 422 down to 368, then down to 235, around 164 US dollars, and only then the 94 down to 50 US dollars. These are the buy zones or the DCA zones that I think will be interesting in the coming weeks and months. Price targets. I'm always a bit skeptical about the bull run. As far as that goes, normally I've now applied the trend Fibonacci here from our low that we had here on August 24 up to our current top. So it would fit very, very well. Here even targets of up to 13930 to tackle the US dollar. This only applies as long as we don't drop below this low over here. Don't take it out at around 387 US dollars. So this is really, really important. We should remove this low over here. Then the Fibonacci will of course have to be pulled down a bit again. Then the price targets can of course also be adjusted downwards a bit. But this up here, around or up to 1300 US dollars, I would even consider somewhat reasonable. That would be based on the current situation, if we take a good look at it. From the current standpoint, if we calculate the percentages, that would still be 0.11%. So a 2x, that's my minimum price target. What I would throw out here, if it's more, then okay. But for that, we first need to build a bit more chart structure in the coming weeks and months. Feel free to write your comments down below in the videos about what you think of it. You say, okay, wow, cool. Otherwise, no, then not. Feel free to write down below. Otherwise, I wish you all a nice Sunday. Take care of yourselves. Like to let go or leave it. Your altcoin wishes down below. And then we'll hear from each other again tomorrow for a detailed Bitcoin and of course a new altcoin update video. Until then, ciao ciao, and as always, stay crazy.